That's a thing we can do. Let's do that. I don't know. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Revenant! You probably have something rubbish that I don't want. That I don't want. But could potentially sell, I assume. What was I talking about? No, it's gone, isn't it? Yeah, it's gone. We're gonna come here and see if we can get healing. No, I can't remember. It's a Perth. What do you know?
It is good you resolve this demon business. Now we must either revive the Ark or allow Bantegan to take his place.
This is the guards. I think I refused to loot them.
Begun.
I probably should have done. Oops. We'll say that that was Bantegan giving us the stuff, and he's suggesting us meander. This seems like a bedroom. We probably shouldn't loot this room. Let's see. No, let's see if there's something actually. Might be worth. Nah. I think most of this stuff is low level anyway, so we're probably not going to use a lot of it. Unlocked.
It is begun.
Small silver ring. I'll grab that. Severin. Maybe Morrigan. She likes pretty things. It's also little bits of experience. Little bits of experience is good. Ah. This looks like a book. This looks like a study of some sort. The Elysian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Val Royeaux. And I mean this literally. Once the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine. There were barons and barons and baronets and sir-barons and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuances of comparison. The Elysian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility play the grand game, as it is known, whether they wish to or not. So that's what Liliana was doing. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumours and scandal is the chief weapon. No gentle game this, more blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Elysians have fought. Of this I am assured by almost every gentleman there. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor Drakon, who established the Elysian Empire as it exists now, and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais. In Val Royeaux, the statue of Drakon stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Drakon determined that the great grand game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles beside his own, and lord and lady. I am told with some twittering amusement that his action did not end the grand game as Drakon had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than official ones, such as the exalted patron of Tassus Clay, or uncle to the champion of Tremise. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor dormant the balls who must rattle them off as each guest enters the room. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker, the divine right of kings. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit, nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at the least aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. And then there are the masks, and the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Highever, but that is another story. Interesting. Alistair's mother's amulet. The silver emblem of Andraste's flame is riddled with cracks. Someone with a lot of patience has carefully glued something it back together. Maybe we should try giving it to Alistair then.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
Right here. Found it on the road somewhere. Are you sure? I found it in Redcliffe Castle, here in the study.
Oh, the Arl's study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Maybe he meant to give it back to you. I don't know, but it's yours. I think it would be nice. Perhaps you mean more to him than you think.
I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow.
He mentioned it?
I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
Sorry, did you say something? You're a friend. Of course I remembered.
I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
Huzzah! Success. Something resembling success. We still want health, though. Don't want to loot rooms, that's the problem. But that's essentially what I'm doing. I want healing. Ugh. Not resistances. I want healing. I can just go into the vault and the guards don't care. Right. I don't think there's going to be anything resembling healing in here, but maybe. Right, that's a painting, and we know that that's what Sten wants. So we will nab that, actually. Eamon's shield. He's not going to need it. I see this more as Bantegan allowing us in here. I think that makes a lot more sense than... No, we're not going to give you anything to help. He's promised to help, and we're about to head off. Assumably, I think we're going to be about to head off to... We're about to head off to... There's nothing there I want. Yeah, we're going to be about to head off to find... Ooh. I think that's probably worse, but... Yeah, we won't take things that we're not going to use, or we don't think we'll use. But I think Eamon's shield is probably very nice. I'm going to guess. It is lower fatigue, lower missile deflection chance. We're not really facing that many. Yeah, we'll go with that. What does it look like? But that's Kaelin's shield. I like having the set. I don't think we have many other people who use shields. We should probably just put that back, and we'll keep it now.
Very well.
I was thinking, the still, and we took the still life because that's what Sten wants. Come on, let's do that. I'd like to avoid. Right, yes, let's not go around here. But it makes sense if we're going to be heading to Haven that we be given access to the vault to help out. And we have a gift for Sten, so we can try and improve our relationship. Make him approve of us a bit more. Yeah, I know, we've already been through here. Stone Dragon Statuette. I don't know who that's for, but it's a gift, so we'll nab it.
I shall do it.
A chest and a book. Went through more again. Engraved silver bowl. That's just something to sell, so we won't take that. A book.
Begun.
Journal of the Tranquil. Do I have to do it in their voice? Some laugh at me. I no longer mind. Once upon a time, I studied as they did. I learned under the tutelage of an enchanter, and attempted to master the art of bending magic to my will. And while I did well enough, I know that I struggled. I saw the way the enchanter looked at me, the sidelong glances of worry and disappointment. While other apprentices were conjuring fire, I could barely light a candle. I was frightened of magic. When I was a boy, my grandmother regaled me with tales of the terrible Flemeth, the Witch of the Wilds. She told me of the Magisters, and how their evil magic infected the world with the darkspawn. She told me of demons, and how they were drawn to the dreams of those who possessed magic, like moths to a flame. She told me all these things because, she said, the talent ran in our family's blood. And so it ran in mine. All my young life I had dreaded the thought, prayed to the Maker that I was not so cursed. But I knew otherwise. Deep in my heart I knew. When the Templars came to our home, I knew. The Mage's tower was terrifying, full of secrets and danger. The Templars glared at me as if I could spring full into an abomination before their very eyes. My enchanter patiently attempted to teach me to marshal my willpower, my only defense should a demon attempt to enslave me. But it was no use. How many nights did I cry myself to sleep in that dark and lonely place? Then my harrowing came at last, my final test. Face a demon, they said, or submit to the rite of tranquility. They would sever my connection to the Fade, and thus I would never dream, and no demon could ever touch me. But I would also be unable to do magic, and I would never feel an emotion ever again. Facing the demon was certain death, so my choice was easy. It was not so painful. Now I serve in other ways. We Tranquil manage the archives. We run the tower, purchase the supplies and maintain the accounts. Our condition also allows us to use the magical element lyrium without ill effect, and thus we are the ones who enchant the magical items. We are the merchants who sell these items to those the circle permits, and the coin from these sales provides the circle's wealth. Thus, we Tranquil are vital. The young and old may stare at me, ill at ease, but they would be worse off without me. They may think me a failure, but there is no horror for me now. I feel no fear of what I am. The shadows are merely shadows, and I am content. Still wouldn't want to do it myself. I think that's a personal choice though. I'd rather be me, which is probably very much looking down on people who are tranquil, and because in some cases we do it because you're not good enough, and it's forced on people. So yeah, that's a bit mean. Right, well, I think we will head back to camp and we'll have a chat with Sten, I think. Well, we'll give him this thing first. Because we picked up this painting, and apparently he likes paintings. I'm not sure where he's going to put it, mind. In camp. We don't really have anywhere that I think it would fit. Nice. The silver frame still life.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Minus strength. Oh, I'm guessing the last one was a bit of an error. Let's talk to him
You
now.
are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Why is everyone surprised by me? You thought I was callow?
You sound surprised. You must have heard this before. You'll get over it. Eventually.
Will you tell me now why you were caged?
I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Okay. It's interesting considering, the Tranquil's I think, I don't know. I don't know the guy, but kind of fits into that. He was weak-willed. So I think that's what he's talking about. So what do you mean?
That is complicated. I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
A few Darkspawn beat you. That sounds like what happened to me at Ostagar. I think we'll bridge him by asking about... Not by going, oh yeah, we've had similar experiences. What happened to the other Quinari?
I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
You probably dropped it on the battlefield. You would have gone back to look for it, I'm sure. What did you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
Did they know where it was?
They said they found me with nothing.
Did you believe them?
I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
It's only an object? No, I mean... Obviously it's more than that. You panicked over it? That's terrible.
I know I cannot justify what I have done. My honor is forfeit. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
If you're that prone to panic, maybe you did desert. How can your people possibly think that way? Well, it's an honor thing. As he said, you have your sword, and if you want to pretend to be a civilian and leave the army, you're going to throw a sword away. I don't have any weapons. I'm not a guy, so... Couldn't we search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Touché. So that's it. Okay, no, where did you fight the Darkspawn? Maybe we could, more eyes, might be able to spot it.
Near Lake Callanhad.
Okay. Oh, we'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
Yay! Thank you. Ooh, Codex updated. Aha. He was sent with a small group of Qunari soldiers to investigate the Blight and report back. Outside Lothering, they were ambushed by Darkspawn. They fought off the attack, but only Sten survived. Farmers found him dying and took him in, but when he awoke alone and unarmed, he panicked, killing the entire family. Realizing he had sacrificed his honor, Sten waited for the villagers to come and surrendered, expecting death. And he met us. Yeah, he joined Alistair and Geharis in Lothering. What's the thing? Right. Okay, so we have a new thing, don't we? No. Is this a new area? Okay, so we'll have to visit Lake Callanhad docks. Maybe you can find something there. Oh, are these other missions that we've not done? I thought I'd done all of them. It'd be the Chanter's Board. Okay, I must have done them then. We could also try and head back to Lothering. I know it's been destroyed by the Darkspawn, maybe they're dead. I think, so okay, we've got a few more things to do, I think. However, that's the end of this session. So next time, we can try and get killed by Flemeth again. Or, we can try and find Sten's sword. Or, we can head to Haven or Orzammar. I don't know what I'll do. He says, I'll probably go and try and get Sten's sword. Level us up a bit more. I'm not sure how difficult it'd be, but we level up a bit more, and then we head off and deal with someone. Deal with something else at a slightly higher level, I think. Maybe. Yes. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.